Hello, greetings YouTube. It's been a few weeks, but we're back with an educational roast today. A Platinum 3 D.Va Captain Bunny has submitted a game. Remember to get your gameplay reviewed by me. An absolutely Canadian roasted. A Canadian roast. It's pretty light. It's like level 2 on the toaster. 100,000 points on the stream, in which you get by just lurking, tuning in every day, doing some predictions at twitch.tv/KarQ, and then you can submit it there. Okay, so biggest thing with D.Va, right off the rip. This is a, what do you do as D.Va? Everybody should think about this, right? But a lot of people get it wrong. A lot of times a lot of people think D.Va needs to consistently like shoot and pressure them, but in reality, it's actually moving from cover to cover, using Matrix for a bit, going back into cover, and you only ever like fly into someone when it's like a single target out of position and looks like you can confirm a kill. You don't actually dive with D.Va. Somebody in the chat just said dive. You don't dive with D.Va with this composition. You have Ashe, Soldier, Mercy, Mori. You have to look at your comp you built around. Technically, D.Va isn't the best. I mean, she's a very like, you know, jack of all trades. She can dive in aggressively and punish someone out of position, or she can peel back as needed. So in this case, the enemy team is here. Your goal is to slowly move up towards the objective. You're up here soaking a little bit, but for some reason your Soldier and your Ashe decide to sit here and plant themselves and try to shoot them from here, which means they have a gazillion fall off damage. In any case, you can't control what your teammates do. What do you do as D.Va here? Well, okay, you cycle through your stuff. Sure, they use their cooldowns. You can hold your Matrix for a bit, and then you just duck into cover. And let's see what you decide to do here. You just kind of inch your way forward. Hey, good job. That's what I would have done. Okay. What was that pivot? What the hell? Oh, you're on controller. This is definitely a controller game. That swivel was the most controller thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay, so you went into cover. They unfortunately just got blasted here. That is an unfortunate byproduct of playing with D.Va in a slow comp like this who don't know what to do against Bastion. Bastion is a very platinum killer, platinum under killer. A lot of people think just because there's Bastion here, I'm gonna like just peek everything. Like a lot of people just stand and shoot here when in reality you have to slowly use cover and inch your way forward, like I just said. But not everyone's gonna be on the same page. So unfortunately, I think as D.Va, you kind of have to like chauffeur them forward. So you were kind of far up, you had to wait, and then they're not sure what you're doing, and then they just died out in the open. So I would probably just be like, ping, hey, let's go. Meow, a little bit of forward, a little inch here. But, yeah. Captain does play on console? Oh, there we go. Okay. By the way, damage here. D.Va's a shotgun hero. So people don't know, micro missiles have no fall off damage in this game. They'll do full damage at max range. That's neat. But once the missiles are done and you primary fire an armored Orisa from here, it literally does negative damage. And what you end up doing now is like well, I guess in this case you could argue that if you just sit here and just take damage, because you literally have 0 effective damage at this range, you're taking enough damage for your supports to build their ults. That's an argument to be made here, sure. That's just something to keep in mind. Like with D.Va, if you're going to go out of cover, especially against Bastion and a pokey kind of like Orisa just spamming the choke and the Zen spamming, you have to be decisive. If you're going to ever peek out, like make a decision whether you're going to cover, whether you're catching a single target out of position, or you're chauffeuring people forward. This is a decisive hero. The biggest mistake for D.Vas is when they just can't decide what to do, and then they fly somewhere with no decision, then they're in the open, then they lose their mech. Like that. Luckily you kept your mech, but you flew here, you lost a person, you just flew right here. No, there's nothing happening behind you, right? You flew here and you nearly lost your mech. If you lost your mech, then you just staggered yourself. Luckily you were able to just matrix in time and get out of cover, but you know what I mean? That literally what I just said just happened. Like this. What was the point of this right now, right? It's like meaningless dives are plaguing platinum and under D.Vas, or meaningless boosts. You boost here for what? So 5 people can look at you and then you can basically lose your mech. Luckily, like I said, able to just in time get your matrix and back up and cover. So D.Va's like people argue D.Va's a easy hero. It's like a fallback for a lot of people, but it's actually just like a lot more difficult than you think. I actually think you could have stayed there. So you got a little defensive there. So the enemy team, there's a very low chance any of these guys are gonna wrap this corner to your left and look at you. If this Orisa decides to swing like this to look at you, now you're in the favorable position because your teammates can actually look at the Orisa over peeking. But I didn't think you needed to boost backwards there. You could have just stayed right there. They weren't even pressuring you. Now you have to waste another boost. You boosted out. You panicked a little bit. You could have just chilled there. They were not going to round that corner again. And now you have to wait again for another boost. So at least Soldier's taking a different angle. It looks like you guys are deciding to pick a different path. Oh, and then you opened with the pick. That's good. 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 Okay. Watch out, get the mega to your right, 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 get the mega to your right. Thank you. Now you can go again. Orisa can actually die here. That's good. So you dove in, you made a meaningful dive right there because you knew she was out of position. You hold Matrix the entire time. That's good. Let's say hold it the entire time while Bastion's in rotation. You have teammates behind you. They don't have an enemy tank. You overwhelm them. I'm not really roasting you enough right now. It's an educational roast. Okay, boost, melee. Okay, never mind, that works too. You see how the only reason why you won that is because, number one, obviously at main you got a pick, but your Soldier decided to take an off angle, which is good. Yeah. Oh, a little early, but all right. Okay, I'm gonna roast you here. Too early for a bomb here. Why is that? They're not, you just won the fight. They're not in position and they haven't overtaken this section where you need like a play to open it up because you can't get past this door. Because a lot of times in high elos, you'll notice that a lot of teams get stuck here because the enemy team holds this position so well and pressures you. But there's zero pressure applied right now. And you just bomb for a kill. That doesn't matter because you're going to make the same progress on the payload anyways. So you have to wait till until they establish position, or you just don't waste your bomb. You just chill up here and just hold the space. By simply existing around your hit scans here, it deters them from being able to walk up here. Like if I'm a bash, you always have to think about it from the enemy lens. If I'm a bastion and I walk up and I'm like, oh shit, there's a soldier by himself, yay. Oh shit, there's a soldier and a D.Va standing here with Matrix, I probably should back up. By simply just existing in certain areas, it makes a world of difference. So you were playing in a spot, you bombed early, and now let's see where you decided to move to. Where are you? Okay, main. You bombed, but you decided to come up here. That's not bad. Also, is this audio like weird when I'm in spectator? It is a little weird. Okay, so she has the entire thing. So you force her to drop down. That's good. You should back up a bit. Let yourself get healed. She has to come back up too. Okay, never mind. You are getting healed. That's good. That's good. See? All three of you guys are existing here, and all four of them like don't want it. They're scared to come up here, right? They can't hold this position or anything because they're scared of you. Now, this is a little too clumped. Technically, like Ashe and Mercy can play here, and maybe Soldier like sprints and takes like a different angle here. This would actually be kind of OP if you just sat here and shot, but you know, you can't control what your Soldier and your DPS are doing. I think you as a D.Va, I think it's fine to chill up here for a little bit, use some cover, take some space. If anybody overswings themselves, then you dive in, you just boost really quickly and overwhelm them with damage. But right now, you don't really need to boost forward. You're discorded, so you generally boost back if you're in danger, if you need to sweat it out. Okay, you drop down, that's fine, that's good. Okay, you're getting healed. Okay, they died on the rotation there. Okay, you have to run. You already lost two. Okay, we gotta skip ahead here. Wait till your team comes back. Oh, you lost mech. All right. Careful. Okay, you ate dynamite. Careful, don't lose mech. You gotta know who's behind you. Okay. Okay. It was fine. You killed the Zen. You boosted forward. You got lucky your Mercy was able to just get you in time, but I have a feeling you didn't know what was happening behind you. Like, you can boost forward here and push them back, but then this is your safe haven, this little corner. But I saw you commit yourself here, and then luckily I saw your Moira chucked an orb and your Mercy attached the beam on you at the last second. But did you really know that they were going to do that to you? Or did you have that level of trust? Did you really have that level of trust here? Like, at this point, I would have just jiggled here, checked where my people are at, and then we continue. One thing that tanks don't do enough of is look behind them and realize where everybody is. Even when I don't play that much tank, But a lot of times I do tunnel and I'm like, where the hell is the rest of my team? You know? It's always good to have an idea of where everybody is. Harder on console, but it's a very common tank issue. Just the lack of awareness. You can keep an eye on where enemies are because you're standing forward, but you just don't know where the rest of your team is relative to this. In any case, you had a kill. Your Bastion's about to ult. The Bastion ult usually means they panic, so then your Moira's going forward. I think you could have kept the aggression and tempered the aggression forward. You started backing up. Remember, you do negative damage with your shotguns at this distance to an armored Orisa. You do nothing. So like, because you saw them back up already, because they heard the Bastion ult, you can just stay here. You can arguably even fly up here right now, take high ground, hold the Matrix over her head a little bit. If I'm an Ashe and I see a D.Va by herself here flashing Matrix, my instinct is to not swing more left. My instinct is to back up to the right because there's a D.Va above me holding ground. Your whole goal is to just shove them positionally. Win by position in a comp like this where you're playing D.Va and no other dive people to like follow up. No Tracer, no Sombra, no Genji, no Echo. There's just too much inefficiencies with a lot of like metal rank D.Vas and under. So that's like I said, the missiles don't have any fall off damage. They do full damage across the map. Sure, you can poke them a little bit here. I guess there's no harm in that. It really didn't do much. And there's nobody up here to punish with a full missile combo, so you're clear here. But just if you ever spam missiles across the map, just remember they get way more value by like actually just all-inning someone who's caught out. But luckily there is no one here, so you're good. Okay, so they have high. You want to knock them off high. You saw the tree. You see the Ashe here. So you see what happened? They're Ashe. I was gonna say you should go up top left. This is a Transcendence. You do no damage to somebody in a Transcendence. Like literally, as soon as I saw them platform up, I'm like, just fly up there and like just do your best to force them to come down. That's your #1 goal. Why did the Zen ult? I don't know. Obviously, you can't see that through the wall. I see this in my eye, and then what I would do, these guys are way too far away to be in effective range. I would just go up here just to check where they are. Maybe if there's a chance you can contest them. If you just flew up here right now, you stayed up right here. Oh, look at that. Your soldier was actually here too. If you flew up here and you held Matrix, you scare him off like this. You scare him off. You can maybe boop somebody down by flying here, and this Ashe doesn't shoot your Ashe and your soldier for free. Now, maybe they would have still died because they committed 2 ultimates. They used Tree of Life and they used Transcendence, which isn't a bad thing. But that's what I mean. You have to decide right there, where can I attain the best value? What is my strength as a hero? Close range, shotgun, defense matrix. Is my shotgun doing anything here with the Transcendence and this Bastion? Absolutely not. Can I matrix this Ashe? Absolutely yes. Anyways, you died. Okay, this is the idea where you're committing onto a dive in here. You got a pick here. I just saw it on the kill feed, so understandable. I kind of skipped over it a bit too much and I missed what happened, so. Okay, you have bomb. Ooh. Oh, you got 2. That's why. Oh, that's good. And you pop Cole, and your Mercy just popped Valk. All right, that's a lot of ultimates. Yeah, you're able to fly in now. They're definitely all on their back foot, so I'm fine with this. I missed the total bomb here, so I was like, oh, you're flying into 5 of them, but I realized they actually are missing a lot of people, and you committed 3 ults. That's fine. Sure, and you might be able to cap the point off that. All right, good job. Skipping over. This VOD is a long VOD, so I gotta give you more tips here. More roasts. All right, you pushed them back. Matrix yourself out. That's good. Yeah, this is a controller player. I saw a couple of resubs. I'll catch you guys after the VOD. I wouldn't payload Princess as D.Va here. Remember, you have no effective range here. You can't matrix and be effective here. At least Ashe can like whittle them down a little bit here. I would probably just like play this corner a little bit and annoy them. One thing I noticed from Iron Rank D.Va players is that they play too much main instead of corners and annoying squishies. That's true. Very true. Too much main holding here. Too much payload. So your Ashe died from their Ashe. You couldn't reactively matrix her. She just got shot here. But imagine if you were playing here in the corner originally, or just jiggling a little bit here, would it have been easier to hear the Ashe, hold Matrix up, and even arguably fly up here and just try to dump your whole missile combo? Force her off. She should not be able to stand here for free. She's able to stand here for free because you as a D.Va are back here. If you were here, she would not jump up here. She's scared. Remember, your position as a tank is very important. It alters the way the enemies play. All right, they're committing stuff. You just back out here. Don't bother. They committed Bob on a dead fight. That's their mistake. These ranks are people like I can roast you on your mistakes, but they're also like, you know, this is Platinum. Everyone's making like errors. Their Ashe got a pick and just bobbed nothing. Like she just lost her bob. You're able to disengage so easily. Like you guys didn't even commit yet. So like, I'm going hard on you. Doesn't matter. Enemies will make a lot of mistakes too. Okay. Yeah, you hide cover here. So what you would do, what's your actual goal here? The soldier's actually doing the right thing and taking a different angle. I like that. You chill here for a bit. You wait till your soldier's in position. Timing is a big skill in this game. All right, now you walk up a little bit. I would not play the wide angle because that exposes you. I would actually tuck more to the left because then that'll force the Bastion to actually round further around the corner. If you're on this corner, this allows Bastion to stay on this corner and just shoot one target. If you were tucking in here, then he's forced to swing wider, which gives you more of your team an option to burst him down. That's just something to consider here. Okay, they're walking forward. Bastion's on his rotation. That's good. You're waiting for it. Nice, nice. I like that. I like that. Remember, they probably have their Orisa ult because I haven't seen it in a while. Pretty good, pretty good. You're gonna get your bomb off that. Okay, you got thing. Matrix it as much as you can here. You have bomb here. Wait till the end. Oh, you can kill this Mercy. Good. Maybe. I respect it, but I probably would not have done that. The controller pivots. The controller pivots. They already killed two. I would actually sit here and just eat the Bastion ult. You can see the circles and just look up and eat them and not waste your ultimate. This is a dead fight. They're gonna res this too, by the way. Yeah, in this matchup, it's really hard because they have a Mercy res. Well, you do too, technically, so yeah. This is a controller. All right. Yeah. Oh, there's a commitment here to ultimates. All right, sure. You take it. I think he got speared. Unfortunate. Okay, you're shooting the Orisa a lot right now. I was going to say you can jump up top right, but the tree just came out. And now this Orisa is actually isolated. It's actually fine to shoot Orisa now. They're too far away. Oh, fuck. They're all sitting in a tree. There you go. You focus fire. The tree of life is going to pocket the shit out of people in the back. You all need a target focus. Everybody else is going to shoot the Orisa, so you can just add more fuel, add more firepower. Then you actually did get the kill. Stay close enough to stop their res. Oh, there. Never mind. No, that's your Mercy, right? Wait, you're red team. So your Mercy died. Sorry. Yeah. Watch out for their res. Okay, good. You pushed up a little bit, but a little too far past the tree. You got one, and you could just chill. A lot of people like overthink that they need to always be committing and doing something. There's a full tree of life here. I know Bastion was a little juicy here, but now once this happened, I was pretty close. Maybe if you did convert the kill onto it, it would have been serviceable. But remember, Tree of Life is going to make it really hard for you to burst through. Not bad, not bad. Hey, your Genji's fully deflecting him. Wait, not bad. Okay, spam the choke. Get your mech back. ASAP Rocky. There you go. Leading it. Pop it. Good. Okay, you're pretty close to your bomb. Your bomb is going to be so strong here. Okay, so here, I think you're shooting the Orisa a little too long. Shooting a lot of the horse. Like, she's always the first one out, and if you solo wrap the corner and you don't have bomb yet to commit, then that could also be a feed. So I think it's fine to just jiggle and pressure her a bit. But as soon as you hear, the thing about D.Va is you have to flip your attention into higher priority. Orisa's hard to kill. As soon as I hear this Ashe like this, I'm definitely turning over there. and at least like getting in her face for a little bit. This Mercy's not going to help that. This Life Weaver and Mercy don't do much damage. This Ashe, if you can control this Ashe, the rest of your team deals with the horse. So you stuck too long with this Orisa here. Like this. See that? She just shot you once. Should have swapped your attention. I know you see 2 supports here, but it's really hard to solo commit and kill these 3. You go for the isolated target right there. Your Genji's blading anyway, so you just flew back and you flew forward. You definitely should have stuck. You should be sitting on this Ashe's face. That was a great plat. No, wait, that's their fucking Life Weaver. Their Life Weaver just threw. Hold on, let's call this out really quick. So that's their Life Weaver. Oh, never mind. You saved your team. Because you activated the platform, which makes the Orisa ult do nothing. That's actually so fucking funny. Everybody got saved because their Orisa got lifted up from his own Life Weaver because you activated the pedal platform. That's funny. Tactical feeding. Nice. All right, you got a bunch of kills. That's good. Stop shooting. Dude, just turn her. You could just... I heard a Life Weaver to the right. Am I tripping or is there a Life Weaver? Dude, there's a Life Weaver right there. All you do right now, just boost up here, bump him down. Get him off this position really quickly. All right, whatever. You capped because you just overwhelmed them. But there's could be a lot more optimization right now on how you're playing this, if this makes any sense. We're following along here. All right, a little bit of Ramattra coverage here. All right, shield up. Do you know where your team is? Remember, as tank players, every tank player watching this, make sure you know where your team is before you do stuff like this. This stuff is fine. Like, playing super aggressive is totally good if your team is on board. A lot of times what happens when tanks like play aggressive like this is they don't realize their DPS and their supports started here in a super defensive position. And then like, what does this mean? Just making sure you know. Not saying you did anything wrong here. Your team is with you, but just... Transform now before you get hacked. Right. I would block right now if I were you. At least for a bit. Okay, luckily you didn't get bursted. And the reason why I say block is maybe you're not conditioned to this yet, but... You know people are at main. You got hacked on the right side. My eyes remember that there's a bunch of people on the left side here, and I got hacked on the right. And then you walked once you transformed, you started walking forward and punching. And I feel like in any other elo, if we're here and we see a Ramattra like this, he's dead. But you haven't been punished enough on Ram to know that the appropriate thing there was to just block and buy time. But you actually didn't die, amazingly. Should the tank follow the team or should the team follow the tank? Everyone should be following the tank. Exactly what Vilk said. As a support, I temper my aggression based on how my tank is playing. It's so much easier. If my tank is aggressive, I know to move forward and be aggressive. My tank is passive, I'll play back with them. I think as a tank, you just have to be like the alpha and you have to be decisive. And if you're decisive, you pray your team like follows up on your instead of you trying to like please them and like, oh, they're playing back, I'll play back as a tank. No, you the alpha. You put your foot down and be like, I want to play here. I like this though. They're not really... Nice. Look for the squishy. Don't punch the Zarya. Stop punching the Zarya. Stop punching the Zarya. There's a Moira here you can easily force fade. She's easier to punish. If you punch her once or twice, she fades. She's easier to kill than a Zarya that's getting pocketed by a freaking beam and a piss orb. Okay, so target priority. Don't like it. I don't like it. Here's my educational roast. Okay. Their tank is dead. Wait for your cooldowns. Don't let them res. Oh shit. Shield up. You gotta kill. You can actually still do this. Shoot. Alright, shoot the squishies a little bit. She faded. She faded. Chase her. Chase the Moira. She got another fade. Alright, whatever. You win no matter what here. Very important to recognize the big support cooldowns as well. I think you're prioritizing the tanks a little too hard. Oh, you're chasing. Oh, I respect this. Respectable play. They're gonna get the mega though. Shield. I was gonna say, you had the shield the whole time, but you didn't pop it. If you get EMP'd before you pop your thing, let's see what happens here. You forgot you had a shield the whole time. You lost, you have 200 health. You could have lost 0 health taking this duel, but now you're at a risk where you might have to pop ult to survive here. Okay. That entire sequence could have been avoided if you killed the Sombra by shielding first. No fear. Fighting on the mega health pack. I don't like it. You're about to die now. That's okay. They're gonna cap anyways. Oh my god, we're playing mystery heroes. Third tank. Bet. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I like Ryan here. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't even know what to do here as Ryan when they're playing Sombra. This second phase of Blizzard World is very high ground hold heavy. The strength is like making sure you control this section rather than standing here and just getting shot by main and then letting the enemy team stand here and just shoot you as Ryan. I would not have swapped to Ryan here. It's fine to let the payload here. You don't have to stand here as a tank. You just come up here. You wait till your team is all on high ground. If all 4 of the enemies decide to stand on the payload on this side, you literally kill them because you have high ground. Because high ground. And then if you just stayed on Ram, you just poke them with your staff, and then when you see them all commit here and they're all in the open, that's when you all just make a decision. You have to be decisive. If you stand here in no man's land, yeah, you saw like no control up here. It's not going to be a fun time for you. Tank can be as fun as you make it. Tank can be as fun as you allow it to be. You pick a hero that just is not going to be very fun in this situation at all. I'm going to be honest with you. They have a soldier. Sombra's going to hack you from an off angle. Soldier's going to stand on high ground. And you're dead again. Okay. There you go. A little Zarya action here. Sure. Alright, that's the enemy tree. He's already dead, don't worry. That's an enemy tree of life. Good. You're gonna be... The thing is, with Zarya walking up here, a lot of good Zaryas, what they'll do is they'll look at the Zarya, and then once you have a bubble, you just ignore her, turn around, and just zap a squishy. But again, they have 300 health because of this tree of life. You can just poke for grab, but that is something to keep in mind. I get burned by like good Zaryas and ranked all the time as a support when like I'm moving up with my tank and then their Zarya just pops bubble and just runs guns for me as an Ana, and I can't sleep or nade her because she's bubbled and she just one-shots me. Especially at 100 energy, I'm dead if I'm ever in range. The Tree of Life, I'm still learning how to play around this new tree. I haven't seen it that often. Maybe that would have been like a, let's just not go anywhere. Go into cover right now. Go into cover right now. You have no bubbles. You have no bubbles. Go into the left room. Oh, I lied. That was your visor. Okay, my bad. I keep thinking red team is the enemy. I thought they popped visor, but I realized they don't have this thing. I heard attack visor, and then I thought that was them. Okay, that's you. You're getting pocketed, sure. Alright, now you just clean up. You're 100 energy. Don't stop right-clicking or secondary firing, whatever it is on console. Yeah, just keep doing that. Don't stop. Don't stop. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Don't be afraid. You're a tank. You want to build grab. Don't do one shot and reload. There's downtime. There's downtime. You should just kept chucking them. You would have hit like a random right click and it just gives you like 4% for your grab. Good. So that's their last bubble. This is just a tank versus tank thing. Okay, right click the Life Weaver. Right click the Life Weaver. You have a bubble? Okay, so you have you're like a I must laser the tank kind of thing. You do this for all the tanks so far. Biggest point of criticism is like you just tunnel way too hard on the tank. He's already backed out. You had a bubble. You see this life. You just check your secondary fire. Chuck it right here. Instead of just lasering this guy who's like 400 HP and giving the support to their ults, just chuck and try to confirm a kill and then buy time for your team. Just chuck a secondary fire down here. Boom, boom. You know what that does? If you hit this guy, and all of a sudden the KarQ will look away from the Zarya and just start pocketing the Life Weaver. And then maybe Zarya will be easier to burn through after. You probably don't need a grab here if you really want to be safe. Because you guys won the fight for sure. Or maybe not. Look at the Bastion. You can kill him. 100% you kill him solo. You don't have to bubble. So there's a lot of things with like metal rank Zaryas is they waste bubble really easily. Did you really even need the bubble here? You have two. You just popped it. It was like a safety measure kind of bubble, but like bubble efficiency is a big thing you can work on later on as a skill. You did not need it there. You can do it if he turns around and starts shooting you back. A little early on the bubble there. That's okay. You don't have to bubble yet. I wouldn't have even bubbled there yet. Yeah, they weren't even looking at you. Okay, that's a good bubble. I would actually consider grabbing that too. A little earlier, but not there. I think once you let him pass their side, I would not have done it. I meant, when I say grab, I meant like right now. Grab him in an open space here where your team can still see you and your team can probably still chuck some damage onto them. But as soon as they're here, grabbed here, your team is not gonna follow you around that corner. Guaranteed, we'll watch. As soon as you go in, yep, 1, 2, 3. Now you stuck yourself in a 1v2 and then these two can just collapse this way because they're gonna be scared of these guys. And you got 3 collapsing on you because your 3 can't collapse on him in time. Decisiveness, guys. All right, I'm gonna watch one more fight. This has been a long review. Yeah, bubble is so powerful. It gets horribly wasted a lot. Oh my god, this goes into Reinhardt again on the final phase. But I pretty much got an idea of things you need to work on. Hopefully you picked up on my feedback so far. Ryan again. This Life Weaver is just gonna die. Just swing at him. Okay, sure. Okay, this guy's also gonna die. All right, you won that, didn't you? I don't even need to see it. What the hell was that? The Life Weaver had no choice to touch, I guess. That's why you went up there. All right, so this is an attack unlike the D.Va thing. All right, look at the decisiveness. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I like it, but you don't have the form yet. You wait for the Bastion's rotation. That's good. You baited it out of him. And then when he's done his cycle, you'll have your cycle. There you go. I like it. I like it. Okay, you're gonna have to wait now, unfortunately. Fall back. Okay, I don't like that shield. It's a little too early. Now you don't have it to aggressively push. You could have just went like natural cover and hid and waited for your team rather than burning the shield there. Like as you're pushing up now, it'd be nice to have it. Well, I guess you have it now. If you're gonna transform, at least shield up before you transform. So that's a small ram tip. If you're gonna commit to a transform to Nemesis, you might as well put your shield down as well. It just makes it a lot easier. Because by the time you come out of your Nemesis, you'll have your shield back. you might have been able to shield dance and stop yourself from getting rocked, which allows you to DPS the Sigma a little harder. If he survives there, I was gonna say then that would have been on you. Because like you could have killed that without Another thing on Metal Ranks is Ram's form is a mobility. It's an offensive defensive. Don't use it out of spawn. Yeah. Unless you're on defense and you come out and they haven't opened the thing yet. But yeah, but you notice you ran out and you didn't have any form yet. True. Decent review. Hopefully you learned a few things. Smile.